Lasers, thank you for joining Modern and Classical Languages for Hispanic Heritage Month 2020. My name's Sam Powell-Timberlake, and today I am going to introduce you to some Hispanic foods. At the end of this video, you'll have a presentation from Linda de la Garza and Rachel Carpenter showing you different recipes that you can make at home. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for everything you've done for this month. Hispanic food varies from country to country just as much as their culture and their people, sometimes their language. And so today I wanted to show you some different foods other than what we know of as Hispanic foods like tacos and burritos. So this first food is empanadas, which is typically a pastry filled with meat, vegetables, or cheese. It's usually a starter or an appetizer and sometimes can be eaten alongside your main dish. It's usually found in Argentina, Spain, and Chile, but it can also be found in so many other countries and cultures. Next, we have grilled street corn, which is a common Mexican street food. The corn on the cob is usually grilled until the kernels are just a little bit charred, and then it's covered in a sauce that's typically made from mayonnaise, chili powder, and some other spices. Mole is a traditional Mexican sauce that is made with chilies, spices, sometimes chocolate and fruit. It is usually a sweet, savory, spicy sauce that complements rice and chicken and other dishes you may find. Now we're on to ceviche, which is a raw seafood dish that's accompanied with citrus juice, cilantro, salt, and chopped onions. This dish is typically seen on the Pacific coast of Central and South America, specifically in Peru, Ecuador, and Mexico. This last food that I'm showing you today is arroz con leche, a traditional Hispanic dessert. It literally translates to rice with milk, and it's considered a rice pudding. It is usually made with milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. You can find this in all different Hispanic countries, but some main ones that you'll find it in is Spain, Mexico, Colombia, and Venezuela.
Traditionally, Mexican food is accompanied by tortillas. These are corn-based products, and we're going to go over the steps for their fabrication. Starting from corn, which could be white olotillo or purple olotillo or many other varieties, we start a process called nixtamalization. The corn is boiled for 1 hour in a solution containing cal. During this process, the shell softens, and we can see it's done when the shell can be easily removed with our fingers. The pot is removed from the heat, and the kernels are left soaking in the water for about 12 hours. After they soak, they are rinsed and passed to the molino. In the molino, the kernels are grounded into a powder. The powder can be passed 2 or 3 times through the molino so it becomes masa. The masa is mixed thoroughly. Se amasa with salt or other spices if wanted. Then small portions are given a rounded form called testales. The testales are ready to form into tortillas. The masa portion is put inside the press, which is closed with a small amount of pressure, and the tortilla is formed. Tortillas are then transferred into a cast iron surface, or comal, for cooking. The blue corn tortillas change a little bit in color after cooking. Here is a quesadilla. Some tortillas from white corn are ready to serve. They are delicious with salsa. Tortillas accompany many dishes. A typical plate are the tacos de asada and rajas con queso, enchiladas, y nopalitos. The tortillas can be filled with various ingredients and folded to make empanadas. After frying, empanadas are ready to serve with avocado and salsa. Masa can also be used to make a refreshing cold drink called pozol, and sweet cookie-like treats, pemoles, and delicious tamales. All these from corn, a native plant of Mexico, believed to be first cultivated more than 7,000 years ago.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Hola, mis amigos. I am in Spanish 202, and this is Latino Heritage Month, and I am doing a cooking demonstration for you. I'm doing poppers. Very popular with meals. It's very popular in my house. Everybody loves the poppers when we make them. So it's really a simple recipe. What I use is we use jalapenos, of course. I try to get smaller ones. These ones are kind of big, but that's the local ones. I try to use smaller ones because it's easier to wrap the bacon. But we have jalapenos, and we use cream cheese. Cream cheese. Sometimes I use the lower fat cream cheese, but that's usually what I use. And we have bacon. Bacon. That's the three things that you use for these. So when you're working with the jalapenos, you have to make sure that you wear gloves. I always have two pair because the seeds in the jalapenos can stay on your hands and cause some burning, but also touching your eyes and your nose and everything. And I wear contacts, so that's how I found out. So anyway, what I do is I wash them off. This is a pretty big one, so we're going to save that one. I wash them off. This is a good size one, and I take a knife with my gloves, of course, and I cut them in half. So I make them in half. So usually I get at least a dozen because that would make 24. So I cut them open, and then I use a spoon or my hands because I got the gloves on. Anyway, I use a spoon and I take the seeds out. The seeds are the part that make your eyes burn and such. So I'm going to take the seeds out, and I just scoop them out with a spoon. And when I get through with all those, I have a nice little plate of the jalapeno. So we'll do that with both, so we can do them both. And you just do that with all of them. I usually do that part first because that does require the gloves, because of the stinging in your eyes and whatnot. So then I have them all ready, like such. After I do that part with the jalapenos, what I do is I take, you want to make sure there's no seeds on them, of course, on the spoon that is, because that's what makes them really hot. Some people get tolerate them, other people don't, so I take them out because my kids eat them and they don't like the seeds. So then you're going to take a spoon, take some cream cheese, and you just put it inside the jalapeno as such. Here we go, see? And then we're going to take a piece of bacon, and you wrap it around the jalapeno, like such. Here you go. I have a pan, I put them in. Usually I don't use a pan that high. I usually use the cookie sheet, if I can fit them on there. And I bake them at 350 for at least a half an hour or until the bacon is crispy. Sometimes that takes longer. You just have to kind of watch it, but you don't want to get too crispy because then it'll be burnt. You can also take and put them inside aluminum foil and seal the ends on it and put it on the grill, which I do sometimes too. This is an extra thing to grill, and you can just keep them on there for about 20 minutes or so and just keep watching them. When they're soft and cooked, they're ready to come off. And that's how you make them. And we do have a finished plate right here. There we go. See? Oh, they're gonna fall. There we go. And that's how you make the jalapeno poppers. So, relatively simple recipe, easy to make, and it's a big hit at parties. Thank you.